MV3 Traders Futures Trade Radio is brought to you by The Ultimate Trader's Guide, your one-stop shop for the most valuable income-producing information on the internet. Go to ultimatetradersguide.net to learn more. Link in the description below. All right, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope everybody had a good week. It's been an interesting short week. But today, I'll go ahead and bring up the pre-market awareness. Here's the pre-market awareness. We had a little bit of volatility off the 8:30 news, or at the 8:30 news. Brought us right back. We only hung out, so we had a supply run, and that only lasted very shortly, for like less than 30 minutes. Brought us right back to where we started. Picked up some more inventory below PR -1, and now NQ is making its way back to its bull zone. Looking at a supply response off of PR +1. As of right now, still looks choppy, range bound, pretty much with the norm that we've been seeing over the past few sessions, to include last week. It's a little bit of mixed sentiment with the other indices. RTY is making its way back into, it was range bound mostly inside of this neutral zone. Now it's back near its session highs. The others didn't have as much of a volatility response in relation to their power range as NQ did. It's a good little mixture across the board, so I'm not expecting much of a trend today, but we shall see. I'm kind of looking at yesterday's low for NQ. It's at around 15,100. Basically, I'm just gonna keep it simple. So we break that, then we're gonna run right into a mechanical area based off the Keltner channel, set at 20 basically a 20 Keltner channel. But as of right now, we're just hanging out inside the neutral zone. We are open, so let me lock in. Remove the pre-market awareness. Of course, I'm going to be quiet on the mic while I trade. mechanical so far. Nice inventory response off of PR -1. And the potential for the rotate of 228. Oh, yeah, I missed the trigger saying that. Ton of participation in this period. Got a lot of participation, but we're not really going anywhere. Still just maintaining this neutral zone, maintaining this space, maintaining this value area with some supply and inventory responses in between. Depending on you got the right strategy, you can trade the edges of that. But right now it's not. It's not how my strategy is working. Right now, I'm pretty much hands off. I'm getting a couple triggers. One was in a high participation, high volatile moment, so I missed it. But most of them have been some kind, some traps for me. Patience has really been testing my patience a lot lately, but it's actually making me better. So it can be, when we get this kind of price action, it can be frustrating when it's just, NQ is bouncing all over the place. But it does give good opportunities to improve on what you're doing. And I've improved a lot over the past couple of weeks, just off of how NQ has been trading, helping me be more patient and wait for better setups, which is what I'm waiting for now. That's why I got time to be on the mic. Like we're starting to see, maybe get a little bit kind of serious about dropping the inventory. Had some inventory drop there below PR -1. Went back to that PR -2 inventory. Traded right at the highs of it at 188. We're maintaining the same frequency. That brings us above VWAP. A ton of heavy volume around VWAP as expected. It's going to be a point of interest for our institutions and size participants. You know, I've stopped really kind of paying as much attention to VWAP, but it's still on one of my charts. So far, we're still maintaining this value area. Another inventory response. Off the mechanical volume gap. It's a very small mechanical volume gap around 206. But we're making our way back above that VWAP area. just realized something. Like I can be having some technical issues with Sierra. I gotta figure out what's going on with that later. But it's not on certain charts. It's not showing me my positions and my previous fields. I just realized that. Not gonna worry about it right now. I'll deal with that later. But still, just trading in this range. 15 minutes into the session. Not the most exciting stuff to trade, but it does give us pretty good information about how markets work. Maintaining this, our overall inventory and supply areas. Actually being, pretty mechanical. Not even a whole lot to narrate. Just up, down, DJ Khaled price action. Still getting that supply response above VWAP. Where got a bit of a battle going on in this area. Closing the door on this range. Seeing an increase of bids here, so we should get some momentum. There we go. See how far that takes us. Took us to PR plus 1. Back to PR plus 1. For another supply response. Got the Algos fighting it out. Higher response in this volume gap area where we had the news-based volatility. Taking the stairs, lifting the supply. Heavy bid activity. NQ starting to spread its legs a bit. And I'm having all kind of issues today. Just realized I had a wrong window up. Thought it was. It's all good. It's only an extra. That's right. I got an extra. Funded account window up. It's not supposed to be up. Thought it was my regular cash account. It wasn't supposed to be up. Or I wasn't supposed to be trading that way. A lack of attention to detail on my part. So, all right, where are we? Still trading mechanical. I had a mechanical supply response off of PR plus 2. Dropped the inventory back down to PR plus 1. Gave us another area of interest for wholesale. About 8 minutes before B period. Back to pushing the supply. That took us above, gave us some supply above PR plus 2. Still continuing to lift with immediate supply responses. Potential and a ton of interest there around 270. Let's see if it's looking to see if that continues to push us higher. As of right now, well, yeah, temporary we did find some higher supply before we got the response. Mechanically, once again, off of PR plus 3. I see the other side, show some interest up here. Making our way back to A1 around 264. Lately, I've kind of been looking at order flow a little bit more. I've always had a little bit of order flow on my charts, but kind of taking some time to study that. I don't think it's like, I saw a question on Reddit the other day, maybe yesterday. It was asking, people's opinion if they felt like it's necessary. The overall consensus is it can be helpful. They were really talking about the book map, but there's other ways to look at order flow. But in my opinion, I think it can be helpful, but it's not, I don't think it's necessary. And of course, it's all going to depend on how you participate, what you're looking for, what makes the most sense to you, what helps you, stay consistent. All of that stuff is going to be based off of you. Great trades come from within. But it can be helpful information to look at order flow. But it's not any more reliable, in my opinion, than anything else, because it can be used for manipulation as well, just like everything else. And we are operating in a competitive space where we got major participants competing against each other, competing with each other. Kind of seeing that in other forms right now. We've seen it in other forms in the past with certain, major brands which will remain nameless for the stream. But since we are operating in this competitive space, all of this information that's public, private, proprietary, all that stuff, it can be, when it's the fact that we know that it exists, certain people or certain entities can get strategic about how they use it, to fulfill whatever objectives they have. So they can use that information to build their automated systems off of, to build their algorithms. And they can use it in a way that it could be, framed as manipulating the market. It's the overall thing that I'm getting to. So what I'm saying all that to say that all information can be useful, and just with the information itself, not one particular piece of information is better than the other. It just depends on what's best for you, right? What helps you be consistent, show up takes advantage of your strengths. What helps you out with your weaknesses, all that stuff. What works best for you. That's a self-determination type of thing, to where you gotta figure that out for yourself. And that's where, discovering your edge and all that stuff comes into play. So we got like less than 2 minutes before B period. Got some inventory interest here at 266. I'm seeing a lot of participation inside of this shop here between 274 and that 266 area. So we can actually, it's highly likely that there's a good chance that price is taken in either direction. Could be collecting inventory here for a higher supply. Could just be exhausting this area. Budgeting, preparing for cheaper inventory. But I am starting to see that our participation is starting to slow down a bit. We'll see once B period comes in the next 35 seconds. See if our B force wants to do anything. B period volatility can be kind of hit or miss. And most of the time it's quick. Maybe a quick volatility spike. And then back to business as usual. Okay, so it's like had a little bit of a freeze there off that volatility. So let's see. There's one thing, my charts have been kind of freezing up. Like it's a quick moment of freeze, and then that's when the volatility comes in. Sometimes it's not a 100% thing. And of course, this is just a friendly reminder that everything I say is just my opinion. This is not trading advice. Trade your strategy in your way. So we did have a quick little volatility spike there as we transitioned over into B period. Mechanically brought us back to PR plus 2 at that 256 area. 15,256 and a quarter to be exact. Picked up some inventory to the tick there and then brought us back to A1. Decent participation around the A1 area. Algo still algoing. Let's see where this takes us. lifting the supply. It did take us above PR plus 2, or PR plus 3. Been a whole lot of traps in this price action if you know, depending on how zoomed in you are. I kind of want to take some time to see if I can figure out what's going on, why my charts are not communicating like they're supposed to. Let's see, I'm gonna go to Sim real quick. I think I know why. I think I know why. Let's see. There we go. I had the wrong symbol up there. All right. So I can kill that. Kill that test trade. All right, so where are we? Still hanging out in this well, starting to drop this inventory as I'm starting to say that. Got some heavy offer participation coming. Dropping the inventory. Immediate inventory response. kind of widening. Well, we were having mechanical response off of a certain area, and we just dropped inventory below that. Gonna go find some supply. Looking to see if we make it back to A1, or do we pick up the supply before that and take us back to that new inventory. It's like the latter of what I just said is happening. Do we break below, or do we break below the low of that inventory zone? We didn't have a whole lot of participation below 252 before, or 254, but we did just drop that down to roughly 253. Should see another inventory drop here. Kind of holding the line. Not really making that push yet. No matter what it does, I'm done trading for the day. Got a nice inventory response off of that, took us back to A1. So we did see a lot of selling come in at that inventory area. That could have been some short covering. Also could have some shorts. That it could be anything, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that. I'm sure that there are some participants that were trapped in that, right? But there also that selling could have been some short covering. So it doesn't have to be that they were just trapped, that shorts were trapped. That's one scenario. There are other scenarios. It's not just one, because there are a lot of participants with interest in the same price levels, but in opposing directions. This is where we get the participation, where wholesale can use those orders to do whatever they need to do. So that brought us back above A1. Let me measure that out. Measure this move for a potential reversal, and as of right now, that's not until 276. For my particular analysis, it's not the only way to look at it. And also look at the supply here at 272. We are seeing some resistance there, or a response there. Seeing some interest right below 272. it back to A1. Do we make it there below 264? There it is. So say that was a inventory response to an opposing force. Again, it could be short covering, it could be shorts, new shorts coming in there, but anything. Brought us back below A1. Now we're starting to see Wholesale get kind of serious about looking for the cheaper inventory. Should be exhaustion from that area, that shop area that we were just in. It took us out of that value area. It's gonna take us back to the main value area, well, to the highs of it anyway. We'll see if we break into it. Nice mechanical response off of PR +1. Back inside that value area. Should have taken us back. Where's my VWAP? Okay, that took us below VWAP. Potentially points could have been made off the VWAP by our institutions. But to see how low we go before we get a serious inventory response. Kind of held up some inventory right there. I got a line. I don't know what this line is. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. Makes sense. At a 225 or 226. Same difference. It's a range. It's not a line. Got a bid response in that inventory area. Way that this is printing, I would expect, which I don't normally speculate, but just for fun, either we hold up here for a period, or we do go find some higher supply. It's not gonna, of course, it's not gonna just stay in one spot. It's gonna do so with some up and down price action. We're looking for that higher supply. Let's see if we make it back to +1. Yeah, PR +1. All right, there it is. Mechanical response. And there's our other side. It can go in either direction from here. Entered into a battle zone. Let's see where it takes us. Who wins out? And I'm still saying this is mechanical, so this is automated. It's an automated battle. By the way, from my point of view, from my distant point of view, This is basically what I'm calling it. But we can definitely see it's automated because we're responding to I always forget this word. Whatever. The response is consistent. I'll just put it that way. Word I'm trying to think of, I can't. Kind of synonymous with mechanical, but it's not. I don't know. I always forget this word, and I can't even think of the binary word for it either. I'll remember at some point today. So it's gonna kill me until I remember it. So that brought us back into A1. We did I get an inventory response inside of A1, but there's pressure. Actually, no, we should. That's the, yeah, okay. I mean, it's pressure, but it's pressure that should take us where? You know, the print is saying is to take us, but we don't know how far. So we are at my next area of interest, back into that heavy volume area. I actually didn't measure this out on the other side. Let's see. Could be posted up here for a while. We'll see where, because we're still getting that inventory response roughly in the same area. Could be setting up shop here. Still seeing participation, opposing participation from both sides. It's kind of, you know, this I've been calling the automated battle. See how long they want to keep price held up here, and I'll be checking that out later because I'm going to end my session for the day. I appreciate everybody that came through. Hope you have a good rest of your day, a good weekend. Go ahead and let me know what you feel and thinking about, about everything, all the content that I've been putting out. Put it in the chat. You can put it out in the comments if you're watching this after the fact. I like to run the content that I put out based off of what you all like to see. So if there's anything that you would like me to cover, specifically, based around Sierra chart or any other trading platform, I like it to be platform based. But anything that you would like to see, go ahead and put that in, leave that in the comments. But with all that being said, hope you all have a good weekend, rest of your session. Appreciate you coming through. Until next time, trade it easy.